These days, well-being has become a trend. Everywhere you go, there is talk about well-being and wellness. Wellness resorts, wellness vacations, wellness apps, on and on. So, is there a difference between wellness and well-being? I want to share with you the distinction between wellness and well-being from a non-dual yogic Vedantic perspective. Okay? So let's imagine you're watching a movie. On the screen, a character gets sick, then recovers, then falls in love, then loses everything. The story is full of ups and downs. The entire storyline, the health, the sickness, the success, the breakdown, is like what we usually call wellness. But the screen itself, untouched, not improved when things go well, not damaged when things fall apart. So let's explore a simple but profound distinction, and that is wellness is biological. Spiritual well-being is spiritual. So let's look at this through a lens that examines fundamental reality. So let's start with wellness. When most of us say, I want to be well, we're usually talking about the body-mind system. How's my energy? How's my sleep, my digestion, my hormones, my nervous system? Am I moving? Am I sleeping well? And on, okay? Am I resting? Am I eating properly? And am I relating in ways that support what we call health? So this is the domain of biology. It's the level of the biological organism. From a yogic perspective, we could say wellness is about the instrument, the body, prana, nervous system, brain, and behavior. It's about how this entire psychophysical system functions in time. When the instrument is in harmony, I think mine is at the moment, then we experience more vitality, joyful, energetic body, better mood, loving, compassionate heart, greater resilience, the ability to respond creatively rather than reactively. So in that sense, wellness is biological, means we're talking about the condition of the vehicle. We are caring for the temple. This is the temple, sacred temple. Its structure, its chemistry, its wiring. This is very important, but it's not the whole story. Okay, now let's look at well-being. The recognition, as the word implies, of being. If wellness is about the state of the body-mind, well-being is about the truth of what you are prior to body-mind. From a non-dual perspective, you're not just a physical organism trying to optimize its metrics. Although I love metrics, see? This is aura, this is something called ultra-human, Apple Watch. I just love metrics. And by the way, talking about metrics, let me show you something very interesting. And that's today's sleep score. Can you see it? 100. Yes, I'm showing off. But that's wellness. but it's not the whole story. Okay? So, from the non-dual perspective, you're not just a physical organism trying to organize its or optimize its metrics. You're the open, aware presence in which all of those metrics appear. Okay, including those on your app. Sensations appear in you, thoughts appear in you, moods and symptoms appear in you. Even the sense of I am this body appears in you. So well-being in the deepest state is the felt recognition of this. I am the awareness in which this entire body-mind experience comes and goes. This is what we might call spiritual. Not in the sense of a belief system or a dogma, but in the sense of being, pure, aware presence, prior to all forms. This is really ultimate well-being, wholeness, health, holy well-being. So, when this is recognized, something very simple and radical happens. You may still prefer health over illness, comfort over pain. Of course, I do. You still care for your body, your relationships, your nervous system, as I do, and hopefully you do. Okay? But the core of you no longer rises or falls with the momentary state of this organism. There's a deeper okayness, a silent confidence that is not dependent on circumstances. That is well-being. So how do the two relate? Well, from the perspective of non-duality, they are not really two separate things called biology and spirit. There's one reality, pure consciousness, pure being, appearing as this body, the cells in the body, the nervous system, these thoughts, these emotions, this personality, this sense of me and the world around me. On the relative level, the level of daily life, wellness is biological. We can work skillfully with sleep, movement, nutrition, breath, therapy, medicine, community. But on the ultimate level, well-being is spiritual. It is the recognition that what you truly are is not part of the movie, but the screen itself. And here's the beautiful part. They are not in conflict. When there is deeper well-being, a clearer recognition of your true nature, you tend to treat the body with more care, more kindness, less compulsion. Yeah, this temple, sacred temple. When the biology is more balanced, when there's less chronic stress, less inflammation, more regulation, it becomes easier to sit still, to inquire, to recognize your own awareness. They support each other, but they're not the same. Okay? There is one crucial asymmetry between wellness and well-being. Wellness is fragile. It changes. The body ages. Systems break down. Life brings injury, loss. As I said, infirmity, illness. Well-being in its deepest sense is not fragile because it is not a state of the body or the mind. It is the nature of awareness itself. You can have excellent wellness and very little well-being. A fit, productive, successful life still haunted by deep anxiety, emptiness, or a sense of not enough. Imperfect wellness and profound well-being. A body that is limited or even sick, and yet a heart and awareness that rests in a deep peace that cannot be explained biologically. So this is what? Imperfect wellness and yet profound well-being. Wellness is about the quality of functioning. Well-being is about the truth of being. So how do we live this? Well, you might experiment with two parallel commitments. Honor wellness as biological, treat your body and nervous system as sacred instruments, understand sleep as a spiritual discipline, eat and move in ways that support clarity, seek help when you need it. This is not unspiritual, it's how spirit cares for its vehicle. You can also explore well-being as spiritual. Each day, even for a few moments, turn attention back to the one who's aware. Notice sensations, thoughts, and emotions. Then notice the open space in which they appear and rest as that space, that presence, without trying to change anything. And over time, you may begin to notice wellness comes and goes like weather. Well-being is like the sky, vast, open, untouched by the clouds. When you see this, then wellness is biological and well-being is spiritual. Stops being just a clever phrase. It becomes a lived orientation. You take care and good care of the body. You respect its limits and its needs. And at the same time, you quietly know, I'm not limited to this body. I am the awareness in which this body and this entire life arises. The character in the movie seeks wellness. The screen is well-being already and always. And both are allowed to be exactly as they are. Sarvam khalvidam brahma